Maybe you're someone who used to do a lot of reading, but you kind of fell out of it because work stuff started to happen and life got in the way, and you're looking to get back into it, but you're not really sure where to start. Or maybe you're someone who has seen a lot of people talking about reading on TikTok for the past 2 years or on YouTube, and you're kind of interested in getting started, but it all seems really intimidating and you don't know where to start. Let me help you. Hey guys, I'm Kyle. Welcome back to The Nook. I have always loved reading, but I haven't always been a big reader. Growing up, I loved books, but I didn't necessarily read them. I colored in them a lot, which my mom was never super pleased about, and I would frequently get dinosaur books from the library with the intent of just kind of looking at the pictures so that I could run around and make up my own dinosaur stories going, "Rawr." But either way, that was my start with books, with literature, with reading. But I didn't really have a deep interest in them. It took a long time before my mom was actually able to figure out what books to give me that would get me into reading. But once she did, I was hooked, and I read so much, all the time, constantly, until I got to college where I suddenly didn't. Skip ahead a few years, I was really out of the habit of reading. My girlfriend, now wife, and I were living together, and she was trying to figure out how to help me get back into it. So we started trying different books, and it's been a cascade since. But this isn't about me. This is about you, specifically about you reading more. What steps you can take so that you are able to do it consistently and also enjoy it without the stress. I have 4 big things that will help you, hopefully, anyways. I know it's a little bit of a weird number. It's usually people do 5 or 10 or 3 or something, but no, I'm being different about it and giving you 4 steps to follow for helping you read more. Let's get started. Step number 1 is find the right books. Read what you want to read. As you go along on BookTube, as you go along on BookTok, you're going to find lots of people suggesting lots of different books to you. You're even going to see people saying things like, you should read this. I have been guilty of doing that. But the thing is, there is no need to read. There is no should read. People might say there's different books that you 100% should if you want to read because they're considered classics of the genre. But no, reading is like just about anything else. It's up to you. Its taste is very much subjective. What you like, what will keep you engaged, what will keep you interested, that's what you should be reading. So, if you're reading something and you're not really feeling the groove with it, don't be afraid to stop. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being in the middle of a book and being like, I am not feeling this. I'm going to put it down. All right, number 2 is set aside time. You don't need to read for hours at a time. Some people do. Some people are able to. Some people love to read that much that they can just sit there all day and read. My wife is kind of one of those people. She can sit for at least an hour at a time and read her book. I have only been able to do that a handful of times with really specific books. Most of the time, I can maybe get 30 minutes in if I'm lucky. Most of the time, it's actually 20. I usually set aside 30 minutes at the end of each day to read. And then I try to splice it in throughout the day wherever I can. But reading doesn't need to be a big endeavor. If you can read only 10 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, whatever is kind of your attention span for the moment, that's good enough. And now we're on to number 4, make it enticing. Reading is supposed to be fun, so if you create the atmosphere to make it fun, then you'll want to read more. For everyone, that might look a little different. For me and my wife, that usually means getting some lamps next to us, turning on some ambiance on YouTube, and just rolling with the calm. Calm for us is the best way to read. For you, it might be different. Going to a park, going to the beach, bringing the beach to you, music. There's all sorts of different things. Everybody likes to read in a different sort of setting, but if you make the mood for reading, if you make the atmosphere for reading, then you will want to read more too. Okay, I know I said that was number 4, but I think that was actually number 3, looking at my notebook. Number 4 is no pressure. Reading is, again, supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy doing it. So why put pressure on yourself to do it? If you don't feel like reading in the moment, then don't read. It's that simple. Read when you want to read, but don't feel like you have to read. Because when reading, like anything else, becomes work, it stops being fun. All right, so there are my 4 steps for making reading more enjoyable. If those help you, then that's great. I really hope they do. If you're someone who already does read, then tell me what you do to kind of set the mood for reading. I'm really curious to see what different people do. How much time do you set aside, and what sort of atmosphere do you make up? I want to know. Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, then like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.